Welcome to my channel, Outside the Levees. Where the levees end, the fun begins. I'm Jared Serenay, and today I'm going on a commercial shrimping trip in beautiful St. Bernard Parish. St. Bernard's coastal estuaries make it an ideal place to catch shrimp, and I'll be going with Kimmy Serenay, a 6th generation commercial fisherman. Then I'm heading to Reboucher's Cafe in St. Bernard so Chef Rachel can show me how she cooks up her grilled shrimp Benedict. Now let's get it started. St. Bernard Parish sits in between the city of New Orleans and the salty waters of the Gulf of Mexico. St. Bernard has a large expanse of wetlands that is habitat for thousands of species of fish and wildlife. One of those species is the white shrimp. White shrimp season in Louisiana typically starts in August and runs through December. Commercial fishing for white shrimp has always been a way of life in St. Bernard, and I'm heading out with Kimmy Serenay, who understands this better than anybody. All right, y'all, we back in beautiful St. Bernard Parish. It is a lovely evening here in October. We had a cold front come through a few days ago, and we are going shrimping. This is a great tradition down here in St. Bernard that we're proud to show y'all, and let's hope these shrimp are gonna be there.
What we doing tonight?
Oh, we're going night rigging, shrimping at night. Some people like to go in the day. We do it at night.
What does the shrimp tradition mean for you and your family and being from St. Bernard?
Well, shrimping for me and my family is everything. You know, it's just, that's what we always done, you know, generations. I'm a 6th generation commercial fisherman, so my kids been doing it with me since they're little bitty, you know. My daddy taught me just about everything I know between him and my grandpa, so you don't make a lot of money, but that's what I like to do.
He's got his son Morgan with him. Like I said, carrying on that family tradition, that's the kind of things you see when you come down here to St. Bernard. Our commercial fishing is a big part of what we do. We always love to support these guys and the restaurants that support them. All right, I'm gonna get my butt on the boat. Hopefully I can be of some help. If not, I'll just try to stay out the way.
We're waiting for the water to fall. Can't catch them on you could catch them on a raising tide, but they really,
Yeah.
you know, you want to catch them on a falling tide.
So you were mostly getting here to hold your spot down.
I'm holding my spot down and waiting for the current to fall. Once it falls, a lot of these shallow duck ponds is where the shrimp live. When it starts falling out, they feel that, you know.
Right.
Got less and less water. Sometimes they go dry. Everything sucks out into the deep water,
Right.
into the bayous, and you catch them.
All right, y'all, it is just about time to get started. We've been waiting for about an hour. You know, you obviously want to get here and hold your spot down, but we're also waiting for that tide to start moving, because that's what's going to push the shrimp to us rather than us having to go for a long ways and get them. We're just going to kind of sit tight and let the shrimp come to us.
Well, we put the rigs down. The first thing you want to do is put your weights down, drop your rigs. After the rigs are down, everything's going good, then you can drop your tails. The reason you drop your tails last is because if there's any trouble and your tails are already down, you can catch them in the wheel. Then you're jumping overboard and you got a whole other mess to fool with. Now when we pick up, we'll pick up the tails first, and then we'll pick the rigs up just for the same reason.
How long do y'all typically leave the rigs down for?
Sometimes it all depends on how long we'll leave them down for. It depends on the shrimp, really. We'll check, you know, throughout about an hour. Longest about an hour. If the shrimp are really coming, I mean, we could be picking up every 20 minutes to a half an hour.
Man, it's cool. It's a very intricate process of like ropes and cables and winches, and we're pulling up. So let's go see what we got.
take all the little fish out, throw them away. Little catfish and shad, crabs, all the big crab. Oh, give me that. Catfish. Out there. That's just a little rake we buy at the hardware store. Just pull them to you. A lot of times what I'll do, I'll just throw them all in one big pile, and then I'll take a little bit at a time, clean them, take all the little fish out, all the little grass pieces, just push them over to the side. Now I know that all of these on this side are clean, all the ones on this side I gotta go through still. Right here, that's my favorite speckled trout bait. Oh, yeah. Storm minnows. I think he swam sideways. Well, we'll just put them up in the front of the boat, and I won't put them in my big box yet because I don't know if we're gonna catch enough to put in the box, and it becomes a pain in the butt to get them out. I got a bunch of baskets. As my baskets get full, then I'll start throwing them into my big box, and it's pretty repetitious. Same thing over and over. Obviously we ain't catching a whole lot, but sometimes we could crown this thing with shrimp, and before you cleaning it, you're coming up with more. So you could be in the picking box all night, you know, depending on how slow you are. So you got to go quick.
So that's what this is called. This is called a
picking box. Yeah. So like a little drum. A lot of guys pick kind of slow. They'll use one hand. That's slow. You use two. Just grab through them. It's going slow.
Why do you think that is?
Well, the current's not falling too hard. It's picking up a little. I think as the night goes on, it's gonna probably get a lot better, but I didn't look at the tide range today, so I don't know how many tenths it's supposed to fall. Ooh, look at this one.
You guys aren't scared to grab those crabs?
No, you get used to it. I could just grab them quick. It's not fun when they get you. Don't think I don't get bit. I do. That little bitty catfish will ruin your day. You look right there. That little thing right there. Ooh, go under your fingernail. Make you cry for your mama. Little flounders.
We've already seen a bunch of them.
Yeah, we catch a lot. And they do well. They don't die. I mean, he's ready to go. Oop.
Yeah, everything we put back.
Yep, turn them right loose. Little croaker. Catfish. work for myself. I don't have a boss. I don't make a fortune, but what I got a lot of is time. Time is everything. I can work when I want, I can stay home when I want. Nobody over my shoulder telling me what to do. It's a free life. That's what I like about being a fisherman. I'm free.
And could you do this anywhere other than St. Bernard?
You could, but I wouldn't want to.
Right. So you love living in St. Bernard?
St. Bernard's my home, always will be. I'm proud to be from St. Bernard. I'm proud to be from Delacroix Island.
Would you recommend people come down and visit St. Bernard?
Absolutely. Come down to St. Bernard. We got the best seafood. The best seafood. You can go anywhere else in Louisiana and get seafood, but you're not going to get it like St. Bernard seafood. So there's not too much current in the little bayou where I normally go. So the current will start falling a little further out and then eventually get to where we work. So we left from there. We came in Delacroix Island's main bayou, and we're gonna try right here and, you know, see what happens. I got a few other boats in here, so we're gonna be competing a little bit, but I guess it's worth one try, you know, just to see. It's not too good of a night, but we're gonna make the best out of it, you know. That's what we're looking for. That's a lot better. That's much better. I got a few buddies that need some shrimp, so I'll probably take some up to them. They'll come pick them up tomorrow. But the majority of everything I catch goes to the seafood dock. So the way the seafood dock determines prices is just by size of your shrimp. So this here is probably a 26-30. And if they,
what does that mean?
It takes, so a 26-30, it's 26 to 30 shrimp to 1 pound. The lower your number, the bigger your shrimp. The more price you get. Prices haven't been great this year. Price has been tough this year due to, been getting a lot of influx of a lot of imports this year, and they flood the market with imported shrimp, which drops the price on domestic shrimp. So it makes things a little tough. So once these shrimp leave the dock, they go to a factory. I guess they peel them, can them, or who knows. I'm not quite sure what the factory does with them. You know, the thing about down here, the fishing industry is huge in St. Bernard. A lot of people, I don't think, realize how much the seafood industry drives this small parish. I mean, down from me working down here to a woman who's, you know, a young mother who's a waitress, you know. Without the seafood industry, the trickle down, it's a $2 billion a year industry for this state. Without us, this state would be in trouble.
If you could change one thing about shrimping, what would it be?
Well, if I could change one thing about shrimping, I guess it would be certain people's attitudes toward our industry, because a lot of what we get, a lot of the things that I hear are like, oh, things are tough, just go get another job. But it's more than a job. It's I mean, I'm never gonna get rich, but this is more than a job. It's not just a job, it's who we are. This is my identity. So I can't just go get another job, you know? I mean, if you love your job and you love where you're from, you never work a hard day in your life. This ain't work. I love it. It's my job, but it's kind of like not a job, you know?
All right, y'all, I'm here at Rebouche's Cafe in Chalmette, Louisiana. You know, most of our places down here have something to do with shrimp. In fact, all of it. You'd be very hard-pressed to walk into a place in St. Bernard that does not offer some sort of shrimp dish. That's how tied in seafood is to our community. Now, Rachel, being the creative person she is, she's doing something a little bit different than what some of the other places offer, and she's going to do a shrimp Benedict. I've actually never had that before. I can't wait to see how she does it, so let's dig in and see.
My name is Rachel Rabushi. I'm the owner of Rabushi's Cafe. I've been in this industry for 15 years.
And why did you pick St. Bernard as a place to open up here?
I live here. I was born and raised all my life. I have worked in the city of New Orleans. I have worked on cruise ships and traveled all over the United States with it. But there's no place like home. So I'm
what
back.
is it you love about here?
It's different. I've been all over the place and it's different. It's a cross between where we were hundreds of years ago and modern. It's different. It's hard to explain unless you've traveled. Today we're gonna make shrimp Benedicts.
All right, so what we got there?
We got the English muffin. We're gonna cut it in half and toast it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what so now that the water's boiling, we drop the eggs in there and they'll actually cook them. But we're gonna cook them really to like a medium, easy, like you would do a fried egg.
That looks like some good butter.
It's good butter. Everything's better on butter. All right, so we pre-make potatoes. We boil them just like you would a crawfish boil or a shrimp boil, and we keep them soaking in the juices. And the way we season our shrimp when we do this shrimp Benedict is we actually cook the shrimp in the pot with the juices from the potatoes. So it'll start picking it up. So it'll have a flavor to it, but it's not going to be overwhelming. It's like that soft spice where you can enjoy the spice, but also enjoy the shrimp. Alright, so first we lay down the English muffin. I'll put the shrimp on. I'll go find a spoon. It's the easiest way I find to move the poached eggs with having the least amount of issues. And then I just kind of decorate it, see where they'll stay. The eggs seat themselves. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put our potatoes on here. Alright, we're going to kind of just cascade them down the center of it. Southern food without a tomato. So we got our hollandaise sauce.
And you made that yourself?
We did make the hollandaise sauce ourselves. A lot of yolks went into this. All right, and then because we're doing shrimp, we do our remoulade sauce we got here. And then we'll pour just a little bit of that on there to go with the shrimp. And there you go. We got shrimp Benedicts.
All right, folks, and as y'all can see, seafood is a big part of what we do here in St. Bernard. Everything from our culture to our fishermen, to the boats, to the docks, even the restaurants, everyone appreciates it. So when you come down to St. Bernard, make sure you come see them here at Rabushi's. I mean, we showing you exactly what it looks like. There's no reason for you to not come try it. But I gotta try it myself to give it the final seal of approval. There we go. All right, here we go. Fresh St. Bernard Parish shrimp. Shrimp Benedict. Man, oh man. I love it because, like she said, the shrimp aren't over seasoned. That English muffin is really good. The potatoes, very good. All right, so at this point, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment down below if you have any questions about coming to St. Bernard, the shrimp that you saw, or coming to eat down here. I also have all the information that you need to come visit these places that we showed you, so check that out as well. See y'all next time. Welcome to my channel, Outside the Levees. I'm Jared Cernay, and today I'm going on a commercial gar fishing trip with Marty Nunez and Ernie Nelly. We'll be targeting alligator gar, which have fossils that have been found that are over 300 million years old. They're a prehistoric looking fish, and these guys came to catch them. Let's get it started. All right, y'all, well, I'm down here in Hopedale, Louisiana, heading out with Mr. Marty Nunez and Ernie Nelly, and we are going to set jugs for garfish. These guys are commercial gar fishermen, so I'm kind of interested. I kind of have a little bit of a thing for garfish. I want to start catching more of them, so I'm here to learn. I just want to see how they do it, what they're using for bait, what type of water they like to find them in, and they said it's pretty fun. So here's our little bateau that we're going in. Actually perfect for gar fishing, isn't it?
A little small.
A little small. Looks tough though.
She is. She's a tough little boat.
Yeah. So were y'all able to catch bait?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure did.
I caught about 70, 80 catfish in a canal right here.
Okay.
Yep.
And bait's
With the
hard to
rod
get
reel.
these days, huh?
It is, yeah. They get the right con because it's in the summertime when it's hot like this, you catch sharks, redfish, drums, everything else. You got a better chance of catching a garfish with a catfish, whole-head
Gotcha.
catfish.
Yeah. How long did it take you to catch 70 to 80 catfish?
Like 3 hours.
Yeah. How much would that bait cost if you had to buy it?
To go fish with 100 lines, you get about 70 fish for $35. So the fish he caught was about $35 worth of fish. So what he was saying was that bait's kind of hard to find right now, so they had to catch their own bait today, which is hardhead catfish. Well, a garfish lives out here. What'd you think he eats? Hardhead catfish. To eat anything. Catfish is hard. Other fish don't eat it.
Yeah.
I've seen a few times we do catch a couple redfish and the sharks even on them, but usually you don't. You're just gonna get that garfish. Nothing else wants to eat the hardhead.
That's good, yeah.
14, 15 miles
Check
an hour.
that out,
We're
man.
not going.
I ain't go all the way to the bridge.
You know.
Bridge down dive.
Show me how y'all got that rigged up. Looks like you'll go through the
Go
fish.
all the way
Go
through the
his
fish.
mouth with the wire. So you can show you through the mouth and out the butt. Actually, you try to make it come out.
Trying to
the
make it
mouth,
come all the way out the tail.
but they don't sometimes want to.
Sometimes
do
they
that.
don't.
Yeah. You trying to hide the hook?
No, you're trying to pull it as far as possible because that garfish, he gonna grab that fish at first
You
and
want
swim
to-
off with it first.
Yeah,
Same
right.
thing. If you would bait, if you wouldn't have the wire, you would bait the bait on the end of the line, right, on a hook.
Yeah.
So you could tie a hook straight to that string
Right.
and use it. But the reason you use the wire is because that garfish would chew that string
Right,
and
right.
break it. Yeah, he's about
The whiskey bottle.
oh, the whiskey bottle. And
The whiskey bottle, alligator head.
look what the alligator did. That's why we didn't find it. Alligator do the bottles. We joke about that bottle every day. It's a whiskey bottle. We never caught a fish on it yet. Now an alligator got it.
You know? They don't want to drink.
Alright, so we pretty much just ride him. You just go and you throw. About every, quarter mile or so we throw one out. And he's just keeping track as he goes. He knows all of these lakes really well. And he knows where they're gonna be at. And it's pretty simple, just a jug, a line,
Wire and a fish with a hook.
We got a lot of our lines out, and really it's just a matter of going and throwing. You know, Ernie's up there tying them and throwing them while Mr. Marty drives.
Got a fish on this.
Got a fish on the line.
Yeah, there's a fish on.
Oh my goodness. Y'all get to see y'all first fish.
You're gonna see the process right now. Oh, he came up.
Oh, all right.
It's a small one, but
Okay. Small fish. There he is.
the little ones, sometimes they come in and you kill them. We got a couple crates in here we put them in, but
Yeah.
you never expecting to get one out here, find a line and get one, but sometimes you do. That fish right there, total weight is probably, you get about maybe 6-7 pounds of meat.
That one, yeah.
About 12 to 14 pound fish all together. When you skin them, you get half, you lose half.
Right.
So you come out about half the meat. So that's what I said, 12 pound fish. The big ones is over 100 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
So average fish is 15 pounds of meat is 30 pounds.
Okay.
That's a 12 pound, average is about 30.
Okay.
Whiskey bottle, set me free.
Got holes in it, got foam in it. Alright, let's go one more time.
One more time.
No fish, I'm gonna shoot with the shotgun.
You ain't gonna have to, because I'm gonna cut it open with the knife. I'm gonna cut it. You sure do.
Nice fish, too. Nice fish.
All right, we're checking one of our first jugs that we put out before we went into the marsh, and it's got one on it.
We're gonna have to throw some more in and buy.
Yeah, I've seen that one won't come around time.
All right, well, we're gonna head home, get some shut-eye. We'll be back here in the morning to check all the lines. All right, we made it. Garfishing time. You ready, man?
Yeah, we ready.
I'm excited. How many lines we put out?
I think it's right at 110.
Yeah.
A little bit over 100.
I mean, you figure with 110 lines, we're gonna see some action today. Should get pretty intense in a hurry. I know we put out just a few in this bayou right in front of me, and by the time we got back from putting them all out, they already had one on, a decent one too. Ernie's ready, boy. Look at him. He's ready for a good tussle with a garfish.
We might be in trouble with this little bitty boat. We might have to tow Ernie in.
Well, make sure you bring a piece of plywood. You gotta get me on top rolling. That's all I ask.
All right, so what's your guess on how many catches today?
I guess I'll be good if we get 30.
30? What you going for?
Between 30 and 35.
Between 30, 35. I guess I'm gonna be the. I'ma hope we got good luck. I'm going for 40.
Yeah, you're right.
All the way to 40, baby. 40 garfish is a lot of garfish. As y'all saw, he said the average is about what, a 30-pound fish?
Right.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fish on this little boat. But
We caught 18 fish one time,
Yeah.
and we had over 500 pounds.
Wow.
But it was all big fish.
Yeah. All right, first one of the morning. Don't look like it's got a fish on it.
Sad.
You know, in this bayou, We should have threw real short lines where they don't hit the bottom.
Right. There's so much trash.
It's a good day to go garfishing, I can tell you that.
A little bit later. Moving. This one's swimming, maybe. Probably just a wave. Sometimes they look like they're moving in and out.
You got one.
That one down.
All right, first fish.
Small fish.
Little guy. Got one over here. That's it.
Looks like he's moving a little bit.
Yeah, he's moving.
Decent one more.
A little bigger.
A little bit bigger.
Time to get you right in the
that's
face.
a nice one. Oh yeah.
Watch your left foot
All
there.
right, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna have you stand on top of them, hopefully. You know what? We might put that crate the other way. Leave a little bit room.
Got a swimmer?
They're swimming.
We got a swimmer.
Nah, I'm moving too fast. They always get me.
All that.
Yes, sir.
See it here. Like, okay, there's definitely something on this one.
Might be a big one.
Yep, nice one.
Jumped out the water. I was going too fast. Yeah, that's a nice fish. Just like an alligator, you gotta get him in that kill spot.
Yeah, right. And I mean, it stones him
If you
too.
break him anywhere else, you just crack his head.
Yeah,
You gotta get that, see that pink blood.
yeah, it stones him.
Golly, I bet these are fun to catch on a rod and reel.
They are. I fish for 'em with the
That's when
rod
we
reel.
get that real big one.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get your hook out?
When you clean them, you cut the head off, and most of the time it's easy. Sometimes if it's like right in between, it's not all the way in there. It can be hooked where you gotta be digging in and get it, but they're not too hard to come out. Most of them come right out.
All right, so he said the ones on the bank are a lot of times an alligator. Let's see. That doesn't appear to be moving.
See when they get close to the shoreline here. Oh, yep.
Move like a Garfish though.
That's what it is.
Oh! Oh, man.
Pop the
Pop
wire.
the wire. Pop the leader.
Wow.
Broke it.
That's a good leader too. That was a good one. That wasn't no old leader. I don't know how it broke.
I didn't get to look at him. Did y'all see him?
It was about the size of one of them, not
Yeah,
the
so it was a
little-
bigger one and it broke the metal leader. I mean, hey, hats off to
That
him.
don't happen much unless the leader is bad, you know.
Yeah, right.
Some sense maybe that
They
one
got
was.
kinked in a bad
Sometimes
spot.
when you cap in the head on a fish and the hook, you hit that wire and don't realize it, because they don't usually break.
Right.
If that's a newer one.
So
it's
you
number
use
10.
a number 9 or number 10. We call these alligator hooks, J hook. You know, big J hooks. Number 9, number 10, and then you get your roll of wire. That's bendable stainless steel wire, and you make a big U with it, and you run it through the hook. So you run it through there, and just wrap it quite a bit, and you make a big loop, and that's what you tie your line to. About 6 foot of line coming off the jug. You bait it up. Now what you do with your fish, you pass this up into the fish's mouth and you come all the way down to the hook. That garfish is gonna pick it up and then start to eat it, and that's when he gets hooked. That's the setup right there.
Alright, that looked like too much fun. I gotta get in on some of this action. I'm gonna let Ernie take a break and I'm gonna get to it.
I like to see them move. Got grass on it, but current is.
No. And where you putting the leaders at?
Right there in front of you, in front of that crate, that crab crate.
Oh, okay, I see.
String.
Thought it
A little dry spell right there. See him go this way or that way is good. Probably ain't got nothing either.
Go fast. Good crab.
Oh, number one.
Not a good crab.
Big old number one. See if I get him in.
You get him ready, pull him out the water, just go fast. There you go.
Oh, almost.
A crab. I see the crab.
Oh, you got a
No.
shrimp.
No, no, not a crab. I thought I seen a crab. All right, finally got a live fish. Little bitty guy, but it's a fish.
But we got one. Changed that little trend there.
All right, into the box.
Yeah.
And we untie, right? That's the next step.
That loop and pull that one loop again.
All right.
Two of them together, one of them better have a fish.
All right. The fish is up the line, so. Yep. Yep. All right, number 2.
That's a little closer down. Oh wait, it's about to no, that's what the box.
All right. A little bit better one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, I had my fun. I'm gonna give it back to the man who really knows what he's doing. Man, it's cool. You know, I would definitely recommend wearing gloves if you're gonna do this.
Yeah, you know.
You get your hands beat up pretty quick. You know, I wasn't doing this all day long, so I didn't wear gloves. But if you are gonna do it for any extended amount of time, or really just, you should probably wear gloves doing this. But it's fun. Like when they start fighting, man, it is fun. Really underappreciated fish here in Louisiana. They're big, they fight hard. If you're willing to clean them, they taste good. Cool experience for sure. All right, we got a bottle running now.
Look. That looked like it might be a decent fish.
A what?
Looked like it might be a decent fish.
All right, I don't know. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, he got it. Let's see. Oh, it's. Whoa!
Rodeo!
Mississippi, you do not want to bring a fish like that in a boat alive. I promise you. It's a bad idea.
I'm gonna let you get caught up, Mr. Ernie. We're gonna hit the bank right up here.
All right.
All right, so these fish, they're gonna go back and flesh them all out. So they get the skin off and then they leave it whole. And the buyer comes to get them just like that. And then what we believe, we don't know 100%, but we believe they're cut into steaks and sold at seafood stores in North Louisiana, North Texas, places like that. So if you're seeing this and you're wondering why they're catching so many, well, this is a commercial product, a commercial endeavor. Everything we know about this fish says that it can be supported sustainably. There's plenty of these fish out there. There's not a lot of people who do this for a living. It would be one thing if like you had tons and tons of boats doing this, but there's not a lot of people who do this. So I don't want you to see this and think that, oh, all these fish are being taken and they won't be replenished. The way it works is that it can sustain itself. We are in the Mississippi River Delta, which is not a lake. This is not a closed system. It's open to the river, it's open to the Gulf. It's a big, big, big expanse of wetlands. So it's not like if we just catch all these fish, we clean the lake out. There is no lake. It's all just an open system from the river to the Gulf.
Louisiana commercial fishermen annually land more than 12 million pounds of freshwater finfish, including alligator garfish. Many of these species can be found in Louisiana's wetlands, which make up its unique coastline. Louisiana is the nation's second largest seafood supplier behind Alaska, but the robust ecosystem that provides this seafood is deteriorating every day due to natural and man-made causes. We do have a way to begin repairing it, but we can't do it without national support. To learn more, visit my friends at Vanishing Paradise, vanishingparadise.org.
Almost got me trying to get you, man.
All right, so one of our last lines of the day has been one of the better fish of the day.
Ernie's got him a little pile down here, boy.
No line. Get us 15 more fish.
Hey, nice, huh?
These 10 more fish. No one of them ever come up, bro. I wait for one of them to hit me. Cause they can jump right out over this boat like nuts.
Alright y'all, well, that was something pretty different, pretty unique. Let me know what you think. Do you like when I go out and we do commercial fishing videos? Because I'm going to keep doing them, but I want to hear from y'all. Let me know what you think. And as always, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, and click the bell down below so you know when I put out new videos. Alright, we'll see y'all soon.
You're at the legendary Campo's Marina in Shell Beach, Louisiana. It's been 120 years in business, family owned, family operated. My boy's 5th generation. We're about to get it done. I'll show you how it's done today, how we do everything around here, how this whole place operates.
This is where it starts in the morning.
Right here.
Gotta sell them to go get them.
All right, y'all, as Robbie just mentioned, I am here at the legendary Campo's Marina in Shell Beach, Louisiana. It's older than me, it's older than you, I promise, but it's still here, still kicking after hurricanes, oil spills, you name it, these folks are still here. Now, we are not rod and reel fishing today. I know you're probably thinking you heard of Shell Beach before. If you have, you remember that great rod and reel fishing they have, but we're going to see how they catch their bait that they sell to the anglers who come down here to fish. That's where I want to start making this video. So we're gonna get out on the shrimp boat this morning. We're gonna go catch some shrimp. Y'all know me, I love shrimp. When you come to St. Bernard Parish, shrimp is a big part of our culture, and we're gonna show you how they catch it here with a trawl. So come along with us, can't wait to show y'all. That's why you come right there.
Yeah.
That's why you come. So tell us what we're looking at.
Well, this boat's pulling up here. He's probably going to want, I would say 150 or so, and maybe 200. And we're going to count them out of this net here and put them in this bucket. And how many he wants?
He wants 50 in one bucket. 50
all right. Well, there we go.
Is that brown shrimp or white
no,
shrimp?
It's white shrimp. I can kind of tell what my customers want when they pull up. I know.
How about that?
You know, when I see that boat coming down the bayou, I know he's good for 100, 150, 200 shrimp. Or most of my charter captains, I can tell them, you know, I see if they got the guys, if they got 4 or 5 guys in the boat, they want 300. You know?
Right.
So I'm always, I'm the counter. So I'm, you know, and by knowing your customers, you know what they want, you know. And
yeah.
Try to get it out to them as fast as you can so they can get going, you know.
You know, it's funny to hear and say that because this is one of those places in St. Bernard people always ask about. How's the folks at Campo's? What's going on at Campo's? And I think the family became sort of like friends to everybody who comes here. And you'll see that as what he just said. All right, I see those guys. I've been seeing them for 30 years. I know what they want. Let's send it to them. Why are you putting water in the boat, man? Come on.
So we're putting water in the boat to keep our shrimp live. That's the main thing. We want live shrimp. We don't want dead shrimp. We want live shrimp.
So this is actually a giant live well, folks. We're gonna fill it up and get to fishing.
Sink the boat. That's what we're doing.
Calculated sinking. Beautiful sunrise, beautiful morning here in South Louisiana in St. Bernard Parish. We want you to come see us so you can experience some of these beautiful sights, get in on some of these shrimp we're gonna catch, and experience this culture. Come down here and see it, folks. We already got a net in the water. Check that out. What size nets are these?
40 foot.
40-foot nets.
Yes,
wow. That's a big net. There's the trawl boards. Check that out. That's what's going to open your net up and drive the trawl. Check that out. Got a complicated system here. All right, so that was the back of the net. It's going out now. All right, you can see the net starting to stretch out. Getting some momentum. All right, your net is out.
So your question earlier about why I like to drag in a certain spot there is because usually the day before we always on the shrimp. We stay on the shrimp. So I'll usually pick up where I left off at the day before, you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not in the same spot. You got to go find them again. But that's why we drag every day. We stay on them.
Right,
you know?
right.
3 miles or so
Right.
of ship channel to drag. And you got all the way from Violet all the way down to the dam, going on the other side of the dam. Then you got all the way out past the long rider. So it's just a matter of where they're going to be at, where you're going to find them, you know? Yeah, we're about to get to it. We're waiting on the sun to come up. Once that sun comes up, the trawl goes down. We gotta wait for them shrimp to settle. Remember, we're trawling. So the shrimp on the bottom, we fish in deep water. We're not skimming, pushing butterfly nets or any of that. We're trawling. We're pulling a single.
So you want your shrimp on the bottom?
I want my shrimp on the bottom. I don't want them swimming and floating.
Gotcha.
And that's why, if you see under the trawl boards right here, that tickle chain, we call it a tickle chain because it rides in front of the net and it tickles all the shrimp up and pops them up, and then they go in the net and go to the back.
Yeah.
But we make short drags. We're making like 3, 4, 5 minute drags.
Oh, wow.
And we pick up, put back down, pick up, put back down, pick up, put back down, and fill it up as quick as we can, you know?
Wow.
Once that sun comes up, work starts.
How about that? All right, y'all. We got it just about filled up to what we need. And all your shrimp are going in here to go back to serve all the fishermen that come down, and hopefully you'll be one of them. All right, folks, he just said the sun's up, so we're gonna go ahead and drop. You gotta wait till the sun's up, though.
We're gonna pick it up at 6:33 and see what we got.
Wow, that quick.
Yeah, that's quick.
That's crazy, man.
You got your live bait, gotta keep alive.
Right. All right, y'all, that was it. 3 minutes. That's pretty cool. 3 minutes, it's coming back up. Got some high-powered winches here, folks. Using the pole to thread it on right, so it threads on evenly. Yeah, we got Flipper. Flipper's here. All right, first sight of the net. And boards are up. Time to check the net. Gotcha. Okay, so that goes to the back of the net, right?
So this is called your lazy line. And the reason why it's lazy because it just hangs out like this. So you pull this in, this is what pulls your tail.
Right.
And I give it to my deck hands, look, he goes up there in the block with it right there.
Okay.
And you come here, you pull it on your slack. And then you come here.
Oh, okay. Now you can. Yeah. Wow. All right, so that is all pulling the tail of the net in. It's coming to us now. There it comes right here. 3 minutes, folks. That's all it was down. 3 minutes.
How good it's gonna be. It might get better as the day goes.
And Flipper's trying to get in his net. I don't know if y'all see Flipper there, but he's trying to get a free meal out. Look at Flipper. Come on, Flipper.
He's hanging out by the tag, getting them white trout coming out of there.
Yeah. There it is, folks. There they are. 3 minutes, y'all. That was 3 minutes. Nice.
So, see how they're swimming around in there now?
Yeah.
Jared's gonna do his job.
Which is what?
And he's gonna pick them. He's gonna salt the live shrimp out and throw the fish back overboard.
Okay.
We're gonna take the shrimp with us and give the fish back.
Right.
Maybe Flipper might get him a free meal.
Right. Okay, he's got him a little picking box right here. Check that out.
Hey, save them brokers too.
Look, Jared's even got him a little dry box there, boy. Look at him. Don't have to stand in the water. That's awesome, man. Everything is well thought out. Everything has a place, a compartment, a roll. These guys been doing it a long time, folks. I'll edit that out, don't worry. How do you know when you have enough slack out there?
It gets tight.
Oh, okay, you feel it, yeah.
You reel that slack up because if you don't, then you'll have so much slack and the rope will get slack and
I gotcha.
you
Yeah.
don't want to having a big old mess on a cat head.
Yeah.
And then when that happens, you just get away from it because you
Because
get
it's-
wrapped up in the winch before you know it.
Gotcha.
You have to shake up and down.
Say that again?
You have to shake this one down.
Oh, I thought you
Sometimes
talked.
they don't go all the way to the tail. They'll stay right here. Jared.
That was all shrimp. Wow, how about that? Not much picking to do, huh, man?
How would it clean like that?
Wow. St. Bernard gold right there, folks. That's why you come down here. We got lots of it. All right, so this is the sorting table, and what's going on here, he's trying to get fish out for one, right? So you get all your fish out that you don't need. I think they keep some of the smaller croakers for bait. Fish is gone, shrimp goes in, and that's it. What's amazing is he's still working on the net that came up just for 3 minutes. That's crazy. When you know where they are and you know what you're doing, it helps. Check him out. Better and better.
Yeah. The shrimp will settle down now. Game on.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, Zach called it. As soon as that sun gets up, the light starts lighting up the water, the shrimp sink down, and we're catching better with every drag. As every, 10 minutes passes, gets a little bit brighter out, and we're starting to catch them even more. That's really interesting to know that it gets better as the light comes up, as the sun comes up. We're catching them more. It's a good day to be in St. Bernard, folks. You gotta come see how it is down here. Just a wonderful lifestyle. Lots of water, lots of shrimp, lots of fish. Come check us out, folks. All right, now all the shrimp you see here, that will last for the beginning part of this week, like Monday. By Tuesday, this shrimp should be all gone. Now on a busy weekend day, they may have to come out twice just to supply that one particular day. So it really just depends on what the demand is, how good the fishing is, and how many people here are fishing. All right, man, so how we looking?
We're looking good. We're almost done. We're gonna make this drag probably one more. I think we got the well full.
Wow, how about that?
What time is it right now? Let's see. 7:26. It's nice. Every day ain't gold, but I'll take it when I can get it.
Amen to that. So look, bro, if somebody's never been to St. Bernard, what you got to say to them?
I gotta say, this is the fisherman's paradise. I'd probably put it against any place that you can say that's the best fishing in the world. I think St. Bernard Parish got you beat. We got some of the best fishing in the world, the best seafood in the world, and I'll stand by that. We got the best shrimp in the world. And that goes all the way from Texas up the East Coast. And I'm proud to say that.
Amen.
And I think, honestly, I got the best shrimp. Look at this drag right here.
Holy smokes. Good night, y'all. Wow.
Way to end the day, huh?
Go out with a bang, my people. That is amazing. at the shrimp, y'all. Look at them. That is amazing. Each one has gotten better, just like he said. The higher that sun gets, the better it got. That is crazy, y'all. Wow. Yeah, right. All right, y'all, so these are ones who didn't make it, for the most part. That's really not too bad considering you're trying to keep shrimp alive in, I don't know, 88-degree water.
Yeah, about 88, 90 degrees.
Right. So now we got to get them from in here to these wells in here.
We sell them for market bait.
Right, right.
And we sell those. Some people don't have the opportunity to have a live bait bucket and they don't want live bait.
We got that too. That's right. Nothing goes to waste. All right, folks, now I hope you got to see what it's like to work on a bait boat down here in St. Bernard Parish, the inshore fishing capital of the world. The next thing to do is to go home, get cleaned up, and we gotta eat. We got plenty of shrimp, so we're gonna take some to one of our favorite local restaurants. Why don't you come on with us? See, this is what didn't go to the bait box. Zach kept some of these bigger ones out, and we're here to show y'all at one of our favorite restaurants called Crave here in St. Bernard, how they're gonna cook them up. And the dish actually has a special name, which has to do with Zach's family. Zach, tell us the name of what the dish is here we're gonna try.
So we're gonna try the Blackie, Campo's, Alfredo, and you can get it with shrimp or chicken, and we're gonna go with shrimp today. So, and I brought my own.
That's right, he saved the best. Let's go get inside and see how they cook them up.
All right, we got some shell beach shrimp here down down the road. We're gonna toss it up in our Blackie seasoning, so we'll have our Blackie's blackened shrimp. We got that Alfredo sauce made by the best.
Made from scratch?
Made from scratch, baby.
Wow.
That's gonna use it. Like it's saucy around here. There's your Campo's pasta.
All right, y'all, there it is, the Blackie Campo Alfredo. And I know you have heard of blackened fish, you've heard of blackened shrimp, but you haven't heard of Blackie Campo Alfredo. So I'm gonna let Zach talk to me a little bit about who Blackie was. He's a local legend. That's the guy who kind of really made the Marina that you saw what it is and how famous it is. So who exactly was Blackie Campo?
So Blackie Campo was my great grandpa, and he is the founder and the backbone, the structure that built everything that my family's name is proud of, is Campo's Marina. And he left us a legacy to carry on, and that's what I'm doing.
Now, was he a commercial fisherman or primarily ran the marina and just loved to fish?
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. He was a commercial fisherman.
Oh, he was.
He's a trapper. He did it all. You know.
He did it all.
Yeah, he did everything, and that's what it was. It was just building he built the business and fishing, and that's what it was. He took his Tuesdays off. He always went fishing every Tuesday. He was known for that, you know, and that's pretty much it. He was just a legend, you know.
Yeah.
Left back a legacy.
So one thing I love here, like everyone knows him in the New Orleans area, and they always have such fond stories because like a lot of folks didn't grow up down here, didn't start coming here until they started sport fishing, you know. But he welcomed everybody with open arms. Like he didn't care if you were a commercial fisherman, sport fisherman. He was there to give you a place to come.
And he was so genuine, you know, and
It didn't matter if you didn't know how to catch fish or where to go or how to get there. He'd tell you and show you and did his best. And pretty much when you left there, you left with all smiles, you know.
Right, whether you caught fish or not.
Yeah. And if you didn't catch fish, you could come back to the dock and go shoot stories and bullshit.
Right. So is that kind of how you and your dad run it now? Is that like
it's the same thing. We just picked up on it, you know, and it's still the same way, you know. My dad, he taught me everything I know about trawling and catching bait. I learned, my Uncle Mike did too. My Uncle Mike.
And let's talk about the motto. What's the motto for Campos? When you get off the bridge, what do you need to do?
Oh, you need to hook the left.
Hook the left, y'all.
Hook the left. You gotta hook the left. And,
what does that mean?
So when you come over to Wyclosky Bridge, you take a left. And you come all the way down. You can't miss it. You go too far, you're gonna run it, and miss the go.
I love it. You know, if it was me, and you're seeing this video within, you know, the first few weeks of us releasing it, I would look at Thanksgiving week. You know, I'd be here in St. Bernard for Thanksgiving week. They still gonna have shrimp at that point. The fishing's gonna be phenomenal. If you can get here for Halloween, that should be great too. But if the only time off you have and able to take a vacation is Thanksgiving week, definitely come during that time. Come see him at Campo's. Like he said, even if you don't catch fish, you go get to visit with folks who've been doing
come
this.
hang out, you know, just come hang out.
Come hang out.
You could
buy some shrimp.
Bring the kids, they can fish off the dock. We always got some big old 40, 50 pound drum hanging out around the dock, and you know, they can fight them fish all day long until their arms fall off, you know, and whatever they want to do. So just come on down, hang out. And you see me, you see my dad, just say hi, you know, we're here.
I don't know what else we got to tell y'all now. We'll see you when you get here.
Welcome to my channel, Outside the Levees. Where the levees end, the fun begins. I'm Jared Serenay, and today I'm heading to the St. Bernard Seafood Market in Hopedale, Louisiana. This market gives the public an opportunity to buy products straight from the fishermen and to sample some of the best seafood in the world. Now let's get it started.
That's perfect. We got Hot Rod here.
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Local chefs, owner of Hot Rod Seafood.
Look at that shrimp over.
Where are these shrimp from?
From here, from St. Bernard, Louisiana, baby.
What? St. Bernard?
St. Bernard does.
Y'all catch shrimp like that in St. Bernard?
We always did catch them. It was a secret. Nobody knew about it. So we kept it on
All right, y'all, we back in St. Bernard. We at the seafood market. They do these about once a season, one in spring, one in the fall. We're here at the fall one today. Got my buddy Hot Rod with me. We're gonna be buying some seafood. We're gonna be hearing about some seafood. We're gonna be hearing about St. Bernard. But most importantly, we're gonna be cooking fresh seafood. All right, we got some beautiful cauliflower.
Look at these eggplants, my lord. Look at that eggplant. That's a perfect eggplant.
One thing about St. Bernard is it's Mississippi River alluvial soil. So we have all those nutrients built up into our soils from the river running over its banks for years and years and years and years. And we've got very healthy soils here in St. Bernard. That's why you see some of this beautiful vegetables that are grown here. There he is.
Yeah, you're right.
Always getting it right, huh, baby?
Oh, you know.
Man, that looks good.
Authentic.
What you got in there, bro?
We got Patton's hot sausage, some Italian sausage, a little smoked sausage. We ain't put the shrimp in yet. That's for later.
Oh my lord, what are you making?
A little jambalaya.
Dang.
Pure Slanio recipe passed down from my papa down to me.
So a lot of people think of a jambalaya and it's brown, but it looks like yours is a little red.
Not up in here. Not up in here. We got more of the Creole. More of the Creole effects to it than the Cajuns. What's that? Family affair, baby.
Family affair.
Family affair. Everybody decide to, they're gonna boil shrimp, or they're gonna get it straight off the shrimp bowl, ball. So, give them a little taste of St. Bernard Parish.
So that's Hot Rod right there. That's the guy we with today. And this is his seafood bowl mix.
Going in with his sausage. All right, now this.
This is a first. I haven't seen this yet. Rosemary in the pot. It smells heavenly. Woo. Uh-oh.
This is not hot.
Uh-huh.
It's all about flavor.
Flavor, right?
I can't take all the spice.
Right.
So this will give it a nice taste to it.
Yeah.
Hot rod season, he just about got everything he needs in it.
Yeah. Shrimp are getting ready to go in.
Yeah.
How many pounds you figure that
That's
is?
50.
50 pounds?
2 boxes, 2 25-pound boxes.
How'd they come out, man?
I don't know, you tell me.
They done already?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, they look good. All right, y'all, trying Mr. Charlie shrimp here. It's got seasoning all over it.
You got what?
It's got seasoning all over it.
That's because it's good seafood. What the heck? You gotta have seasoning.
Oh, I like it. Oh my God. It's like buttery soft. That's something else right there. You got your shrimp yet? Nope.
Not yet.
How many pounds you getting?
They say 15 can fit in there. So
15?
if they can fit more, we're gonna cook more.
What you gonna cook?
Everything. We're gonna boil them, melitons for the holidays.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shrimp melatonin. Nobody talked about that one yet.
Yeah,
Yes,
really?
indeed. Awesome.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
How many pounds you got?
12 pounds, brother.
What you gonna cook with them? Let's see what you
Bowling
got.
them, baby. Bowling
Balling them?
Yeah.
For the game?
You got that right. For
Yes,
today
indeed.
and tomorrow.
Amen, bro.
Have a good one.
You too. What you doing there, bro?
Oh, we're getting a little shrimp prep right here, peeling these fresh shrimp we caught off the boat. Got off the boat from Mr. Charlie
And
Robin.
these are, what are you gonna do with these?
Well, these right here, we're gonna put this in a jambalaya. This is
Okay.
gonna be our
This
main
is the
ingredient in our
jambalaya
jambalaya.
shrimp.
Yeah, we're gonna start off with a little shrimp stock that we have prepared already in there. And then we're gonna peel these shrimp. We're gonna put about 1 pound per pack in each, in the pot, and let it roll. So easy to cook mix.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all, now I'm on the shrimp boat. This one's called the Little Charlito. This is my buddy Charles, his boat. There's his trawl boards. Here's his big cooler. Here's his wheel, throttle. He's got a cabin on this boat. Oh, yeah, man. What? You got it going on in here, man. This is beautiful. Beautiful boat. Oh my goodness. Look at this thing, man.
She's not quite done yet, but one step at a time.
Beautiful. How big is this boat?
She's 50 foot.
And how old is it?
I would say about 1967.
Wow.
So 31, 35.
Sure. They're a lot bigger than he's letting on. Yeah, they pretty shrimp. Oh my gosh, look at that, y'all.
Okay. They can shrimp sell themselves when people look at it.
Yeah.
It's hard not to say no.
Right. Right.
It's good that they do these little markets, you know, every little bit we sell, that's a little bit less the factories get.
Right, right.
Because they're the ones really hurting us.
Yeah.
It's not the docks hurting us because they make so much a pound and they got a lot of expenses like we do.
Right.
But yeah, it's just a sad situation.
All right, now Charles is an 8th generation commercial fisherman. I don't even know how to wrap my head around that, but that's the kind of thing we have here in St. Bernard Parish. One of those things that we're just so proud of, and we'd love for y'all to come down and see. So visit what I got for y'all, the information down below, to come see us here in St. Bernard. We got hotels, we got fishing camps, we got all the places to stay, we got all the restaurants we need. And if you follow along the parish's Facebook page or the tourism Facebook page, you'll know when we have another one of these seafood markets as well.
All right, so look, we got our shrimp stock come to a bowl, and we're gonna add our jambalaya mix. with all of the vegetables and everything in here with the rice.
Oh wow, so you don't even have to add
Don't
onion.
even look. This is the easiest jambalaya that you're ever gonna make. So we're gonna let this come back to a boil. We're gonna stir it up. You can see those vegetables coming up to the top, all dehydrated. It's all there for you. Real easy to cook. We're gonna let it come to a boil. We're gonna add our shrimp, let it come back to a boil real quick, and then let it simmer for 20 minutes, and we'll be ready to go. In the meantime, we got some a little bit of Holy Trinity working right here, and some olive oil with some garlic, and we're gonna add our marinated tequila lime shrimp to this, and we're gonna make a tequila lime shrimp that's gonna be off the chain today, guys. It's gonna be crazy good. Let that all cook down. Cook it down with a little bit of side of hot rice.
So what all did you have in the bag?
All I had in the bag, Jared, was shrimp and tequila lime.
Okay, so you didn't even add this lime?
Nope, didn't add that yet. I'm gonna add this in a little while.
Got it.
Oh, partner. Man, I love St. Bernard, I'll be honest. Yeah, I just don't know very many places in the world where this could actually be going on. They're doing oysters over there, hot rods cooking shrimp. We got people coming from all over the New Orleans area today to buy fresh shrimp.
All right, we're gonna add our fresh shrimp to this that we just peeled. We're gonna stir that in, let it come back to a boil real quick, and then let it simmer for 20 minutes. And we'll be ready to eat some shrimp jambalaya, baby. Look out.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We'll be ready in a
Bro,
few
that's some
minutes.
big shrimp, bro.
That's some nice looking shrimp right there. Only in St. Bernard, baby. That's what you get down here.
That's some good looking shrimp, man.
Yes, indeed.
All the flavor. Look at that right there. I eat all that. I suck all that up. Want this ball? Oh, I eat like sucking a crawfish, You can't beat them. Oh, no. I used to do that.
I can't do it. I gotta cook mine. I cook mine. I can't do it.
Then I'm gonna take this, we're gonna move this to the side. I'm gonna put my little pre-made hot rice in here. So the hot rice is the Holy Trinity with butter, chicken broth, mushrooms, and jalapeno. So we're gonna let that cook down in here. Got that pre-made. I'm gonna cook that on the side. That's gonna be a nice little dish right here. We're gonna separate these two though. We're not gonna mix them together right now.
Right.
So we got the trifecta right here, Jared.
Oh my God.
You got some tequila lime shrimp. You got some shrimp.
That's
jambalaya.
a tequila lime.
Yep.
Shrimp jambalaya, and this is what you call
That's
hot rice.
Hot rice. That's it.
All right. Well,
give it a try.
I just had the Creole, so let's go with the brown jambalaya, seafood jambalaya.
Yep.
Oh my God. That's a jambalaya mix.
That's a mix. Straight out the bag. You seen it.
Don't hate on a mix. Don't you even dare think about hating on a mix, because that is phenomenal, y'all.
He's going in for the tequila lime shrimp.
Lime shrimp. If you are thinking about something like a shrimp taco,
that's it.
That's the one right there. And the hot rice. So what y'all just seen, we went up to the boat, bought it directly from the fisherman, brought it over here. You seen Hot Rod peeling it, cooked it right here. Here in St. Bernard, these are the things that we grow up doing. These are the things that we celebrate, appreciate, and that's why you need to come visit St. Bernard right there. Come down and see us, y'all.
Welcome to my channel, Outside the Levees. I'm Jared Serenay, and today I'm going on a commercial catfishing trip with my buddy Jimmy Hickman and his son Cole. We'll be checking Jimmy's line of hoop nets and loading up catfish to send to the market. Let's get it started.
All right, it's back to work commercial fishing this morning. I'm heading out with my buddy Jimmy Hickman, and we're going to check hoop nets for catfish. Now, Jimmy's been doing this for a while, and he follows the catfish in the different areas through different seasons. Today, we happen to be in Carnarvon, which is close to my house, which is pretty nice. Saved me a long drive this morning. We did this a few years ago on what he swears was a bad day, which was about 300 or so pounds of catfish. So today he's looking to really show what he can do. All right, let's get on the boat and go see. Jimmy's got his deckhand here, Mr. Cole. Cole's gonna launch the boat. Welcome to Louisiana, y'all, where 8-year-olds launch 30-foot boats with thousands of pounds of ice in them. All right, we're at our first net. A little bit like Christmas morning right now. He's been promising a good catch, but I've been the black cloud with this camera, so we'll see. The alligators are here, that's for sure. They like it. What's the size of the nets we're checking today?
So the nets that we're going to check here today are 48-inch diameter. They have either 5 or 6 rings on them. These are built to hang in the water column, so we don't need them to be as long because you would have to have a lot of water. Louisiana in general doesn't have any. You don't want to have to find 25 or so feet of water in order to hang your nets.
So what are you doing here?
So right now we have the rope in this block right here, and we're going to use that block in our engine to actually get our weights up. If not, I would have to do it by hand, which I did for a number of years. Block.
How many do I believe?
How many do you believe are in there?
He's asking me how many catfish I believe are in the net. I'm gonna just play it conservative and say 25.
25.
25.
I'm gonna do it accurately and say 900 pounds.
Okay. So you go in pounds. I did like number of fish. So that's a hoop net. I can hear something. Is that fish? Oh, that's definitely fish. All right, remember earlier when I said there'd be probably about 25 fish in this net? Yeah, I was wrong.
Well, so now, generally emptying hoop nets means you roll them into the boat and either roll them into a box or, you know, whatever you have in the boat to hold the catfish. I built this boat with a little bit taller sides on it, so I personally am not able to get these nets in the boat alone. If they don't have as much in them, a lot of times we can roll them in, but I really don't know how to get this net in the boat without, you know, doing some kind of damage either to the webbing or the hoops. If I damage it, I have to work on it. If I have to work on it, everything takes time. So the easiest way that I have to get them out is to take this little net right here and scoop them out. So we can scoop out about 1,000 pounds in 9 minutes. So, and I don't have to work on the net the next day. So that works pretty good for me, and it's not easy, but that's the way we do it. So
now, was this an opening? Did you untie this? I didn't see.
Yes. I
okay.
untied that.
All right. So you have an opening in there.
Yep.
You have an opening here.
Lace it up. That way the catfish can't
laced
get out.
up with this, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, so
how many pounds do we think are in here? Just
if I had to guesstimate, somewhere between 450 and 500 in this one. Hopefully, it's our worst net today. So we'll see.
You know, in a moment like this, I kind of think like, what would Bobby Boucher react to this? Like, remember when he seen the dirty water in the movie and his reaction was like, he couldn't believe it? Bobby and his mama would be all over this. That's a lot of catfish.
So I fish mainly blue cat, or I try to fish mainly blue cat. And blue cat, the best bait to catch them is these oily, smelly little fish here. The technical term is a menhaden. The local term is a pogie. Up north they call them a bunker. They're actually worth more than the catfish, so that's interesting. In order to run all of our nets this week, which we have about 29 to run, we have a little bit over $900 in bait invested in running those. So the first 1,800 pounds of catfish are free. So the anatomy of this net. You have a guide throat. That's this big square one right here. They're normally made like that. Then the one behind it, you'll notice, is made differently. We call that a catch throat.
So fish goes in, like any other trap net, goes in.
They get through this, and you know, they end up in the back of the net. So generally, they can't get out. Now, after they run out of bait, all that catfish is interested in doing is finding a way out of that net. So after the net runs out of bait, you want to be back on it and running it. I usually give them a day or two after I think the net runs out of bait, because these blue cat eat all the bait and then they regurgitate the bait. When they regurgitate, it makes an oily, nasty mess in the water and draws way more catfish than the actual bait did. So the blue cat will actually help you catch them. You know, they go in, they eat the bait, and they spit it up. That creates, you know, fish attracting sense about the net, and even more of them will go in. These nets are usually out of bait here in about 2 or 3 days with the water temps as they are now. So, you know, these nets aren't tremendously expensive, depends on who you buy them from and how they're built, but they're definitely more expensive than I want to buy every day. So we need the weight on the bottom. The rope runs up to the top. Those 2 crab balls kind of hold the net up a little bit, and whenever we get it about where we want it based upon the water depth, take it out of there.
So that's the top? This part will be up
this
or
part
down?
would be, so this part now is on top, but it will be hanging down on the bottom after.
So they come in from the bottom?
They do. They come in from the bottom.
Interesting.
So on to the next one.
450 or so pounds of catfish. That's a good start to me. All right, so what's our guess on this net?
A little bit more than the last one. I guess 900 on the last one. I was wrong. It had a little bit over half of that.
Pounds wise, I'm gonna say 650.
All right, you want 400?
Gotta remember to get out the way this time. We got soaked on the last one. So I'm gonna get up here so I can capture this without getting everything soaked. Okay. All big blues.
Well, that's what it was last week.
Now that's funny. These nets were what? Maybe 100 yards apart. And the first net had mostly smaller channel cats. This one's got mostly big blues.
Well, we got a mixture of blue cat and channel cat in this one. I guess we caught whatever swam by. Got a little more in this one. This one probably has closer to, probably what you guessed, probably about 650. Oh. Many men have tried to use this dip net all day, and not too many of them have made it to the end of the day with it. It is definitely a workout.
How many pounds do you feel like you're filling in that?
Probably 20, 25 per scoop. We used to have a net that was a little bigger, but you know, about 25 pounds of scoop's really all that I want to get out of it. Yeah. You know, you have an issue getting them out of the net. Sometimes they get caught. If you're going to get a hole in your net, it's going to be in this area right here because of the fish coming out of it, so you have to watch that whenever you drop it back down. Whatever else you get out of there, make it where they didn't make any money.
So there's a flounder in this net, and you have to realize this is pretty much 100% freshwater. So he came all the way up in here, got in that net. Cole said, "Is it a halibut?" Technically, he's not wrong.
when he pulled this one up, he realized someone's trot line had gotten tangled up with the net, and clearly it messed up the catch based off of, you know, obviously the last 2 nets that we pulled up had a lot more fish than this. And that's one of those things you run into just by having equipment out on the water overnight, a couple days at a time, is things happen to that equipment while it sits out there. Do not throw that flounder away. So it's kind of a bummer. Not a great catch on this one. Just hope we make up for it on the next few. How big a fish do you think that is?
Probably 20, 22 pounds or something like that. Like I say, last week they were all that big here. Every single fish.
Wow.
In fact, they may have all been bigger than that. He came out, thankfully. You know what? He whipped me that bad. I'm gonna let him go. Right in the top of the foot.
I saw that.
I mean, halfway through to the bottom of my soul.
Looks like a bone of a catfish.
Is that what your dad just got stabbed with?
Yeah, thankfully not quite that long. This isn't the easiest job in the world. We do enjoy it, so that makes it easier. A lot of wear and tear on your body, a lot of wear and tear on everything else.
So how many pounds do you have to catch to break even on a day?
Well, it depends on how much bait we use and how much ice, you know, the expense of driving down here and stuff like that. Our average trip overall throughout the course of the year is probably about $500 per trip. So we have to catch double that catfish. Catfish are about $50 a pound. So basically 1,000 pounds of fish is our break-even point. So anytime that we don't catch them, or we miss them, or we don't catch very much more than that, it's almost like you're better off going to work that day. Put that in there. We'll use our motor to raise our weight. Of course, you got to watch you don't bring the engine up above the net as the net's coming to the top. So you get it out there and start to turn it. The current ought to bring the net out away from the boat. And we shouldn't have any issues. We do catch the rope and a prop about once a day, just based upon the wind and every other issue you could have. Wind going opposite of the current. Everything you can possibly imagine that can go wrong. We'll try to. Ain't got no fish. All the bait's gone. So the mesh around this area of the net gets weak based upon the catfish eating on it from the outside, or a little alligator or something might have grabbed it, a snapping turtle, or a big catfish grabbed it and broke through it. So probably anything less than 3 or 4 pounds can get out of that hole. We still probably got 200 or 300 in the net that couldn't get out, all big fish. At least we got that. The net either broke even or made a little bit of money. While I'm not happy about it, it's all part of running nets. That's why you normally have out a couple more than what you really need, just to compensate for any issue that you might have.
So on this one, there was a hole in the net. And what he's saying is, normally he'll put out a few extra, anticipating that little hiccups like that are gonna happen. So this net wasn't a total wash. The bigger fish weren't able to get out. They weigh more, so you get a good price per fish on those anyway. But it'd been nice to have the small ones too to help make up for it.
Hopefully, with no holes in the net next week, we'll get them back. I didn't know how to build nets for a long time. I went and stayed with a guy for a couple days, and he kind of learned me how to do it. So what you have here, this is actually an alligator that bit the net, and I'll explain to you how we know. So you see right here, that mesh looks unusual, like it's drawn down. So the knot has moved. So a catfish is not strong enough to move the knot in this mesh. So an alligator came by it, like, I mean, you know, either an alligator or a little turtle or whatever, and he grabbed it. So whenever you're working on a hole in the net, try and square it off. You don't leave any ends on it or anything. So on this one, we're gonna start right here, and if I had a needle, which I gave my needle to my buddy the other day who needed it. What you definitely do not want to do is patch a hole with a different color string. I don't know why, but they will find that hole and they will bust it in the same place every single time.
So to me, I see the hole and I'm like, well, how they all, like they literally all got out. Anything that was sized right to get out of that hole got out. He said they'll find it within 1 minute of being in there. That's how bad they want to survive. Holy cow. Son. Woo!
Everything, you know, 8 to 25 or so pounds. That's what we had in them last week.
All big ones. Like he said, they're about anywhere from 8 to 20, 25 pounds. Most of them look like they're on that 20, 25 pound sliding scale. You know, I feel like hoop netting is kind of a dying art. There's not a lot of people doing it these days. It's a good way to commercial fish, just not something a lot of people do. And I think there's a lot of a learning curve on this as well, from what I can tell. I hope you got to see a little bit about where you catfish sometimes come from. These are wild caught, not the farm raised that sometimes you'll serve in restaurants. If you do get the hunch and you want to try this, there's plenty of places to go get hoop nets, but I can promise you it's going to be a while before you figure it out.
I ran nets for about 11 years before I really understood a lot about fish. So we spent the last 9 years, every day that I'm off, I'm running nets. It's a wonderful way to spend the day. A little more work than most want to do. We like it. So this one is our last catfish come out of the last net of the day. So normally I give one back to the catfish gods. That one catfish is not gonna make the world of difference in the amount of money that we make today. We're gonna let him go. He swam away nice. We've been doing that for a while. I used to let him go out of every net, the last fish out of every net. That got kind of expensive.
Taking what nature has to offer, getting it out there for the people to enjoy. So please keep following along. We're gonna do a few more of these commercial fishing videos. Go ahead and subscribe right now before you forget, subscribe, because they're gonna be coming out and I don't want y'all to miss them. Click the notifications bell down below. That puts out a little ping to you every time we put out a new video, and we'll see y'all soon. All right, folks, we are up and going. We got up early this morning before the sunrise, took us a nice long drive over here to Morgan City, Louisiana, and we are going commercial crawfishing. That's right, my buddy Chad Jordan from Hook and Line. I know y'all have seen him on here before. He's got about 190 crawfish traps out there. We're fixing to go check that he sells at the market because we know you folks love crawfish. So let's get in the boat and get out there and get to work. All right, tell us what we're doing.
Put the sacks on this picking table.
Okay, and what does that do?
We'll dump the cage in here, sort through it, get all the trash out, and then rake them down into the sack.
Gotcha. So one side's for trash, one side's for crawfish?
Both sides are
both
for
sides
crawfish.
for, okay.
Yeah, we hand pick the trash out of it.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. And how many pounds would typically go in a sack?
Well, right now, 34 pounds.
Yeah,
34.
35. Depending on the size of the crawfish. You know,
Yeah.
the big ones obviously take up more space, so you don't get as much.
Right. And what makes this area good for crawfish that we're in right now?
Rick, take over there. The lilies.
The lily, the alligator grass.
Crawfish eat the roots of the lilies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can pick it up and see. There ain't no
They should
roots
have a
on
long root
Oh,
stem.
okay.
They don't.
This is our first trap. Not bad. Indeed. So you can see it's marked here and trapped there. So he's just gonna work on down the line, hitting his marks, pulling traps. The bait has been eaten out. We're not rebaiting these. Normally you would get everything out and then rebait it and put it back. Y'all got catfish for bait?
Mullet.
Mullet. See them crawling up to the top of the traps. Oh man, look at this one. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
That'd be a good run, Rick.
Yeah,
I
might
know
get
it.
more than 12 back.
All we got is 12. I had to pick up a couple of traps and put them in the trap. Yeah. Back on when we get them out.
Let me show y'all. You see that? You can see them down in the trap. They kind of come to the top. But what are these? 4 foots?
Yeah.
These are 4.
Yeah, 4-foot pillow traps, y'all. Let Chad grab that one.
Kind of give them a wash them out best you can before you put them out of the water.
Right. And they're tied off. See, here's the string. He's tied off to the tree here. Working on the sack already.
What he eating the mullet? Ain't nothing left with the bone.
Ain't nothing left. They're eating good. Nope, when we don't rebait, leave them open. That way if the crawfish does get in it, they crawl right out.
All right, now we are in the Chapalaya Basin. That is the largest swamp in all of America. Down here in South Louisiana. Most of your wild caught crawfish from Louisiana come from this swamp right here. Willow trees in here. You see some cypress mixed in as well, but a lot of willows. This is black willow, and this is actually an invasive plant called a hyacinth, but it turns out to be great for crawfish. All right, tell us your name, buddy. We didn't get to introduce you yet.
My name is Ricky Lacoste.
Ricky Lacoste. And you're from here in Morgan City?
Yep.
How long you been crawfishing for?
Oh!
No, I went fishing yesterday.
Oh, see. 50-something years.
You've been crawfishing for 50-something years. You still love doing it?
Oh, yeah.
You never get tired of pulling up that trap, huh?
Right now.
So are we off to a good start today?
Oh, yeah.
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 This sack is just about full, huh?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
I let them get a little, so I can pack them down.
Right. Now these boats are designed to be really narrow so you can slip in and out of stuff like this. This is a crawfish bateau, probably built somewhere right here in Morgan City. This is
that in Montana.
Oh, really?
Built in Montana.
But the design came from here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the design of the boat is 100% Louisiana.
Right. Big ones in this one. Yeah, that's a good size. That trap had all big ones.
Now our line is everything with a pink ribbon.
Alright, so y'all see the orange ribbon there? That's another trapper. So what you do is you just run your color, okay? He's gonna respect that guy's gonna respect him. And everybody, there's enough for everybody to go around. As you can see, I mean, every trap is catching really good. That was a hell of a trap right there. Golly. I was racing for it. Yeah, that was a close one. So this spot here is almost all open water. I'm interested to see. I bet you don't catch nearly as well. Not bad, not bad. And those are touching the bottom? They're resting on the bottom?
Resting
on the bottom.
Yeah. See, like, look how narrow of a spot you got to fit through. That's what this boat is perfect for. How long's the boat? 20? 20. There's a 20-foot long boat, but it's, heck, it's probably, I don't know, 40 inches wide? 40? 40? The bottom? 40? 48? Look at that, just slipping right through all this stuff. There's another pink ribbon up here. Got some bank. Got a big log we're about to go over. There we go. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. How many pieces of bait y'all put in the trap? Just one?
We put a half a mullet.
Wow. Just a half a mullet gets all those crawfish. They're only putting 1/2 a mullet, not even a full mullet, to catch all of these crawfish. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we don't put the mullet for that long.
They're big mullets though. Okay, all right. That makes
Coming out of
sense.
Florida.
Saltwater mullet.
Yep.
Big saltwater mullets, yeah. Still. Yeah, look at it. That's a big mullet.
Oh, I know.
All right, now the spot we're in right now, Mr. Rick was saying, is flooded annually. It always has water on it, but the water levels do fluctuate. So as it fluctuates, you'll change kind of where you're setting your traps, how you're setting them. But this area does stay flooded annually. folks, we on the board. We got our first sack. The next one's coming, just about done. Chad said he brought 12 total today. So let's hope we get those all filled. And if we do, I don't know what we're gonna do with the extra. We'll have to see. For about 20 minutes. That's 2 sacks. Going rate is about $1.50 per pound. That's selling to a buyer on the open market. I think they're what, at about $2.50 a pound, something like that right now. Now that's when you go to buy from the retailer. Obviously the further away you live, the higher that price goes up, but about $1.50 a pound right now is what they're getting at the dock. What was the best year of crawfishing you ever had?
Me? When I was fishing 65 traps for 28 sacks, them 3-foot single throats.
Just for frame of reference,
and
how many? Go ahead.
25 cents a pound.
In what year? 1970?
That was in the 70s.
All right.
So for frame of reference, he said 16 for 28 sacks?
65 traps for 28.
65 for 28, and what we doing today?
We're doing 200 for what,
no,
12?
We're probably about 170.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, so we got about 25 unbaited.
Yeah, right. We left a lot unbaited, wasn't catching.
Just like most things, it used to be better in the old days, huh?
That's right.
All right, Rick, how many sacks you think we getting today?
I'll figure 15.
Why didn't you grab extra sacks? You knew we only had 12.
We passed everywhere to buy these sacks. You thinking we're going to get 15 sacks?
We can put a whole sack in here and block this off.
That's not the point.
We'll have to cook some on the boat, huh, Rick? Beautiful crawfish. All right, now we are in early May, so this is kind of late spring, early summer for us. Some days it feels definitely like an early summer day. Today it's a little bit cool. We had a rainstorm. Some of the demand for crawfish starts to die off after Easter. So you see the price start to stable out, get a little bit lower at that point, but they're still getting a pretty good price for what they catch. All right, now you'll notice the trap is on this side of the tree. So if we look that way, that is the southerly direction. That is heading south. If we look this way, that is heading north. The Chafalaya is a basin, meaning that it drains from the top to the bottom, right? So that's north. Your water enters there from the rivers and then flows through south. So your water direction is predominantly always flowing south. Crawfish tend to walk against the current north. That's why you set on that side of the tree. All right, we on to the boxes now. On to the boxes.
How much you reckon the box holds? 100 pounds of them.
That's gonna be it.
Right.
So I can be more crawfish.
All right, y'all, that is the last trap for the day, right, Mr. Chad?
Yes, sir. Last cage of the day.
Good day, huh, bro?
It was a real good day. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So we filled up all the 12 sacks, and we got, what would you say? Close to 15. My man called 15.
I know 13 and a half.
Yes, indeed. That's old school right there, huh? Did y'all ever use boxes instead of sacks?
When you run out, you use whatever you can.
Yeah, well, I'm saying back in the day, or did y'all always have sacks?
Oh, we always had sacks.
You always had sacks,
We
yes.
just didn't buy none today. We didn't stop nowhere.
You can't tell me you never forgot your sacks back then.
Huh?
You never forgot it?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
All the time. Me and Toby, when we put out there by that time, we put them 100-something traps out. We didn't have but about 4 sacks. Went back the next time, we had 12 freaking sacks. So we had to call to get some sacks brought to us at the landing.
It's a good day, fellas. All right, folks. Well, that's going to wrap it up. 12 sacks, plus we almost filled one of those boxes to the top. Wonderful day. I hope y'all got to see what it's like to run crawfish traps as a commercial fisherman down here in the Atchafalaya Basin, America's biggest swamp. Now, we got crawfish. You know what we got to do. We got to eat. All right, y'all. Well, like I've been doing, we went ahead and did a crawfish boil first, right? I boiled all those crawfish. We all ate them together as a family. And then we saved as many tails as we could once everyone was done eating. You've already seen me boil crawfish. So my goal is to show you what to do with your crawfish tails that you have left over after the boil. All right, so what we're gonna make is a fried crawfish boudin ball. Look at that. Let's just get right to work on these. First thing we're gonna wanna do is just do a light chop on these crawfish. We just wanna break them down a little bit. They're gonna roll up into a ball better if they're not full-size tails. You don't need to overdo it. You definitely don't need to run them through a food processor, but just give them a nice light chop just to break them up a little bit more than what they were. And something kind of like that. All right, so I've got my bowl of loose boudin here. This is boudin that I made. The video we actually did where we caught a hog, I would highly recommend go and watch that, seeing how we cook this boudin. Boudin is a ground sausage and rice mix with some green onion and some seasoning. You can buy it in a case or you can get it loose. You definitely want it loose when you make boudin balls. All right, so we'll go ahead and get our crawfish in there. Get an idea of what our ratio is. Okay, pretty close to 50-50. I'd say it's pretty gosh darn close. Okay. All right, now we want to test and see if it'll form a good ball without us having to add anything. All right, so it formed a ball, but I feel like that's going to fall apart pretty easily. So we do want to go ahead and add an egg. All right, that egg is going to work as your binder. I just, as I'm always working with ground meat, go ahead and get my hands dirty. All right, so now go ahead and take you some pinches about like that, about the same size as you would do your meatballs for meatball and spaghetti. Make you some little meatballs out of that, okay? It's a good thing we chopped up our crawfish. All right, once you get it to a nice formed ball, get it in some breadcrumbs. I'm using Italian breadcrumbs here. You can use whatever you have. I've seen people use chopped up pork rinds for this, but go ahead and get it rolled, covered, and there you go. That's what you're going for. Set that aside, make them all. All right, when your oil comes up to temp, go ahead and drop them in. And you'll want to move them around so they don't burn. All right, folks, and there they are by themselves. That is a delicious little bite. But y'all know me, I don't do anything without a little bit of sauce. We're gonna put some remoulade on these. Get you some good remoulade sauce on there. This guy needs a little bit more, okay?
Go ahead and hit it with some paprika. Beautiful. Might as well put some crab meat on top. You know what I'm saying? We had some crabs left over from a crabbing trip. Let's put some crab meat on top. Finish it off with some parsley. There it is, folks. Good stuff. All right, folks. Good way to spend the day out on the crawfish boat with your friends. Make you some delicious crawfish boudin balls. Look at that. Look at that, look at that. Bring that to a party, see if you make some friends, huh? So good. Gotta have the crab meat and everything on it. Yeah, you're right. As always, I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of what I do week in, week out. And we'll see y'all next time.